Hello everybody and welcome back to Rule the Waves 2 as Japan. There we go. I was about ready to say Italy, like I was looking at the flag there. As Japan. We are in our second war against France. The individuals that we don't want to be at war with, but hopefully this time we can actually do something with it. Now we are at a disadvantage in this war because we do no longer have the British on our side. We do have the Italians, the other small fry in the world in terms of naval power. So I'm hoping that we can combine by our powers combined, not lose. We're actually fairly close to their naval budget, so both of us make up a little bit more than a French naval budget. The problem is we're very spread out, and the Italians are not sending their big ships to help us, so that kind of sucks. But that's what we got to deal with. We do have a distinct advantage in very light forces, somewhat. I mean, they do have more light cruisers than us. We did just destroy 2 light cruisers last turn around Truk. They were trying to bombard an installation there. So yeah, we got that. We're also building a new airship base in Truk to increase our chances of spotting something, like stuff like that. But they do have a large task force coming in next month, which is 3 battle cruisers, 6 pre-dreadnought battleships, a heavy cruiser, and 14 destroyers, which will bolster the already in theater 1 pre-dreadnought, 2 heavy cruisers, 2 light cruisers, 7 destroyers, and a corvette. So yeah, a lot, but we'll see how this goes. Let's go to the next turn, see what happens. Top Spy managed to get hold of blueprints of a Russian ship, one of their light cruisers currently under construction. So this is a 1914. This is brand new. So this has 4 6-inch guns, so they're centerline guns. 2 inches of belt armor. 30 knots is really nice, and it's a very small ship. It's not bad. Not bad at all, actually. Scientists, our technology sharing agreement with Germany, which is still going on, has great benefit to our research efforts in AP projectiles. That's nice. Our submarine SSC-10 has torpedoed and sunk a French destroyer. Hey, there we go. Sank 2 merchants, they sank 1, they sank 3, and we sank 8. So yeah, we got a lot more merchants sunk that turn than they did. Operations of our ally Italy increases gives us 160 VP. That's nice. Okay. Yep. We now have a large French contingent in Southeast Asia. Now, whether or not they continue on to Northeast Asia to try and threaten our home waters is something we got to think about. But our raider in the Indian Ocean is doing well, I think, so that's good. Just need to think about this. Got 15 months for another battle cruiser. 4 more subs will be coming out soon. 2 more turns for another airship base to be done. Italians have a battle cruiser. Is that going somewhere or coming to us? Battleship. See, that's the thing, is that they could just go straight into the Indian Ocean, I'm pretty sure. Or are they just fighting the French? Might just be fighting the French. And we'll see. That's the entire battle cruiser complement for the French Navy. So, let's go to the next turn. Another 500 tons for our shipbuilding by our private, because of private shipbuilding, so that's good. Our technology sharing agreement with Germany has yielded great benefit to armor development and naval aviation lighter than air. Well, Zeppelins, it's what we expect from the Germans. So we got quality control 2, so gradual improvement to armor quality and 1% weight savings. It's good. We lost a sub. They sank a ship. They sank a ship. We tied. Okay, we tied for that month. Alright, doesn't look like anybody's wanting to do anything here. They didn't send anything up north. Did they send it over here? No, I think they sent it back. Yeah, they sent back quite a bit. to the Indian Ocean. I think it's because the Italians have a task force kind of around here. Yeah, the Italians have a task force in the Indian Ocean, so they were sending them out. Okay. So this is like their Far East command, and they just bolstered it. But that's actually, it's better. We're now at a better opportunity here. Somewhat. Okay. 14 months, just need more time, really, at this point. One more turn for a new airship base to be done. Let's keep going. Cruiser action. Says they don't have any battle cruisers in the area. Medium battle size. Says they don't have battle cruisers, but they could. We're going to be cautious. We're going to be very cautious. 5 destroyers unable to take part to distance from closest base. Some ships from our ally Italy have joined the force. Okay. So our destroyer forces are light here, but the Italians did send a battlecruiser, so we have 2 battlecruisers in the region and a heavy cruiser here. This is Fort Bayard. We did a good raid last time. I want to check out the Lombardia. So it's got 8 12-inch guns, 5.5-inch belt, and a max speed of 25 knots. So we've got a 6-inch belt, 8 12-inch guns, and 26 knots, 25 knots. So we're a little quicker than them, but not by much. We're still doing okay. Probably going to pull back some of our... Okay, we got unknown ship spotted. Let's see what they spot. We want to go to max speed. We want to get to the battle as quickly as possible, because that is a heavy cruiser, not a main... Yep, there we go. Turn away. That was a possibility. It's got a 21 knot speed, so it's not doing the best. So what do we got here? 6-inch belt, 13-inch guns, 8 of them. 8 12-inch guns, 7.5-inch belt, 25 knots. 26 knots. Okay. Here's what we're going to do. We are going to pull out. This was an ill-advised raid. We're going to start going that way. This way, and then you are going to bring yourself down to 25 knots in that way. Just turn. Just turn away. We'll do some long-range jousting. Simpson's been hit. It's not that bad. It's a heavy hit, but it's not that bad. Come on. I just want them to pull out of the fight. That's all I want. We're somewhat evenly matched. Both of us just trading shots with each other. I want us to also be increasing distance from each other. How long do we have before nightfall? So we just need to not get stuck into a major engagement. Simpson's been hit again. Superstructure hit. It's 2 heavy hits. Okay. Back away. Okay, we extinguished a fire that was on the Simpson. Another hit on the Simpson. Let's have you up to 26 knots and get out of there. See if we can draw them in to our heavy cruiser. Okay, this is actually a good position. We've got them... We're crossing their T. Okay, we are hitting them. You've got torpedoes to spare, my friends. Gonna do a twist up there with our heavy cruiser. Okay, we're gonna make them wave off. Simpson's taken some bad hits. Lombardia hasn't taken any. Don't know why. They're just targeting the Simpson. Okay. Those destroyers will get them to wave off while we get our heavy ships out of here. Simpson's engine... Yeah, taking an engine hit. Send those destroyers in there. We've got plenty. Okay. Okay, and we pull back now with what we've got. Okay. Do want you to target the battle cruisers. We're going to try and get a good shot in with the torpedoes. Did you already fire yours? No, you did not. Okay. Want you to cut them off. Okay, you got 20 knots back. Okay, and then you go back up there to help Simpson. You are targeting this battle cruiser. I want you to hit it with a torpedo spread. I don't care what you do. That's what we're going to do, though. Is that 2 torpedoes? That was 1. You have another gun you can fire. Okay. God damn it. They are not giving up. We're still stuck on 20 knots. Spooky's got 1 torpedo left. It's gonna go over there. We're using what we can with our destroyers. We've got more light ships in the area than they do, by far. Okay, let's get out of there. Okay. Turn away. Alright, I think they got the message. Yeah, they pulled back. So it looks like we'll lose a destroyer. but we should be okay other than that. Yeah, some structure damage and some flotation damage. Looks like they just targeted the Japanese battlecruiser. Probably knew that that was the only one we had, so it's good on their part. Is this destroyer gonna... massive structure damage, but it's not sinking yet. Don't know what it's planning on doing. Alright. Simpson, you are going to Formosa for repair. Same with the Lombardia. Just get the Simpson out of there. Okay. So we didn't lose anything. Neither did they. They got a victory just from some damage. Because we didn't lose anything. Medium damage to our battlecruiser, light damage to theirs. So yeah, it's about as good as we can get it. Yeah, 400 points on their side's not the worst. A 400 point differential is what I mean. Finished construction of an airbase. Okay, there we go. We got one on trucks. That's nice. Russian battlecruiser. 28 knots, 9-inch belt, 8 13-inch guns. All center line. We sank an enemy sub. We got an equal number of merchants that turn. Okay. Let's see what we got here. You still deploying? Yeah, you are. Okay. And our battlecruiser is going to be out for 2 months while it gets repaired. It's not the worst. I'm going to go ahead and have... no, because you're all deployed there. Can have you move to Northeast Asia. Just because they can actually deploy there. So where's Northeast Asia? There we go. Hopefully that takes a little bit of the weight off of our current basing limitations. I mean, I would like to... I mean, I could improve a base there. And in truck, could improve base there. Maybe that'll do something. We'll see. It'll be a couple of turns, I think. Is that 8 or is that just B? It says B, so I'm not sure when that's going to be fixed. Either way. Next turn. Coastal raid. Unexpected battle. We can't do anything. This is at Annam. One destroyer was unable to take part. This is with a cruiser and some heavy cruisers. We are going in there. This is a raid. High speed, low drag. Moderate speed, somewhat drag, because it's all heavy cruisers. Except for one light cruiser. And we do have our airships taken off, but they're not going to help right now. I don't want to get stuck in with a big gun line. I just want to get in and deal with some merchants. What does that say? Light cruisers? If they are light cruisers, we can deal with them. Those are battle cruisers. Those are coming towards us. We're getting out. Unknown ship opens fire at the Kazi. Cruiser division up there. That is a light cruiser there. shit. Let's head back here. Let's see what we see. That's a destroyer division. This is liable to be a bad idea. Okay, we didn't do a pass. Our objectives are to destroy any 2 ships. So we got transport right there. I believe it's scuttling itself. It's not trying to run. Yeah, I think it's scuttling. Okay. I'm gonna try and go up the coast. Maybe we'll spot something. Ooh, we did spot something. Okay, there we go. Go off AI controlled, give me full speed. And then these destroyers go off AI control, give me full speed ahead. Try and catch up to that little bastard. Let's see if we can knock him out. That's what I would like, so we can deal with this. That is a light cruiser. Big fight going on down south. Okay. If it's just a light cruiser, well, if it's a light cruiser, then we can't do anything about it. We'll have a large spread here, and we're going to see if we can find... Okay, we accomplished that. That's good. We'll go to cruise, and we'll skirt by that island. Oh, big fight going on down there. We can't sacrifice these cruisers. I know we kind of are, but I'm hoping there's no battle cruisers down there, and that's just like a lot of cruisers firing at each other. Okay, light cruiser got hit by a torpedo. That's something. For all we know, it could have been a whole bunch of light cruisers firing down there, but we accomplished our goal, which is what we wanted to do. Now we head back to Formosa from this raid, and fingers crossed we don't have, like, oh, 7 ships sunk. Okay, yes, end scenario. We lost a destroyer to 2 of their light cruisers and an auxiliary. Okay, so it was a cruiser fight. So we could have actually helped, but the intel we were getting was like 3 dreadnoughts, 2 battle cruisers, and we know they have 2 battle cruisers in the area. So we could not risk it. But either way, we won that. So yeah, that's good. So yeah, they had ships still out here, but yeah, that was okay on our part. We got it. So a major victory. We got a victory point and prestige. Well, we got not a VP. We got multiple VPs. We got a prestige point. So that's good. Yeah, Battle of Da Nang. We didn't even participate that. That was another admiral that's distracted them while we came in and just like knocked out what we could. So yeah. 500 extra tons for our dock size from private shipbuilding, so that's good. Town government offers sell us rights to explosive shells. We cannot buy that. We don't have the money. Okay, there's a new Russian dreadnought. That is 10 12-inch guns, 27,000 tons, 23 knots. It's an older design, but it still checks out. 14 inches of belt armor. Okay. Triple torpedo mounts. Those are nice. One of our raiders returned home due to mechanical problems. It did not get interned, so that's good. It's still out there. We sank an enemy sub. They sank one of ours. They sank 2 of our merchants with their subs, and they sank 7 merchants of ours, so they won that month of raiding, unfortunately. Okay. So you're out for 2 months. You got 1 more month until the Simpsons back up. This destroyer's looking hurt, but still not the worst. French still have deployed into the Indian Ocean, probably trying to hunt down that light cruiser. Okay. Well, that's not the worst that could have happened. A couple more months and we'll have our new subs out. These destroyers are getting finished. We got a year before the second Simpson class comes off the slips. Less than 2 years for the Iki dreadnought to come out. Sounds kind of like Leaky dreadnought, which is not great, but it's what we got to deal with. Still haven't gotten anything new for amphibious operations, which really sucks. I would love to have some new invasion distance, because that would be very useful. Italy's only got a light cruiser in the area now. I don't know where their battle cruiser went, unless maybe it's being worked on, but it didn't take that much damage, so I don't know why they're being bitches about it. Oh, it's up there in Northeast Asia. Well, that's not going to help up there. I'd prefer you bring it down south with your 3 heavy cruisers as well. Bring it down there, then we can actually do some fighting down here, which would be great. Oh, well. Alright. But looking at the time, I think we're going to have to end the episode here before we go to the next turn, because there could be a fight, and I don't want to go well over for the episode times. So, thank you for joining me for this episode. If you liked it, please leave a comment down below. Also, hit that like button. If you want to support the channel, hit the subscribe button down below, as well as take a look at the description down below, or I have links to my Discord and my Patreon page. I'll see all of you in the next episode. Bye!